Hey YouTube, it's New Life for Jen, or Jen. You are on the Back to Basics WLS channel, and today I am coming on to answer this week's question. This week's question was some of the top tools, apps, other things that you've used throughout your journey, that more or less tools that have helped you in your journey. So here are my list. I made a list. I was going to do a walkthrough and show everything, and I just did not have the time. So I made a list of 10, and that's what I'm going to go over. My top 10 tool, I would say, is my scale. And I know a lot of people don't believe in using it for, judgment and things like that throughout your journey, but it has been a great tool for me to stay motivated and to keep it within a certain, especially now in maintenance, a number set that I wanted to be in. And it was very motivating to me through the losing phase. So my scale itself would be one of my top 10 tools or things I've used. Of course, measuring cups, food scale, everybody's kind of talked about those this week. I do have all of those, and I do use those. I don't use them as much now. I pretty much know what 4 ounces is. And I know where I'm at in most things that I eat. My second thing I would say would be the iPhone. I've had iPhone since the 3G, so I've used it for pretty much everything, and without it, this journey would be a lot harder for me. I do almost everything, including this video, on my iPhone. I use it for Facebook and some of the apps here that I'm going to go over. The third thing I would say, my biggest thing, is MyFitnessPal. During my losing phase, I logged my food on there daily, and it was a great motivator, and it was a great way to stay accountable. And at the time I was using it, there wasn't a whole lot of people out there, so really it was just for me. I also did paper journaling, not just the MyFitnessPal. I also kept a journal the first 18 months of my food. Next thing I would say is most important that was in my journey to help was pictures, side-by-sides. I don't have any before pictures, like good ones. I have a couple I took in the mirror when I started the pre-op diet. And if you look at those pictures, I was just so embarrassed with myself and my body. Like, I have the camera like way up here, like you can't even see my face. I didn't have somebody directly take the photos of me, and now I wish I would have. And I was one of those people where I would have done anything not to be in a picture, so I don't have a lot of before pictures. So to me, taking all those pictures during my journey was just amazing, because I got to see myself as I slowly shrunk down to the 130s, so it was pretty amazing. Now into some of the apps that I really liked. The C2 5K app is amazing. I've done the C2 5K a couple times. I've not went all the way through and finished it. Both times I had major back issues, and I wasn't able to finish the whole series of the C2 5K. The next thing is a pedometer. My doctor's rule wasn't a minute that I had to hit every week for exercise. It was 10,000 steps a day. That was the recommendation for my fitness or exercise through my doctor. So the pedometer, or, I know now the Fitbit, I have a pedometer app on my iPhone. It calculates your distance, your steps. I don't know exactly how accurate it is. And then I also had an Omron pedometer, a little one. But I do want the Fitbit just to have it, and I still haven't gotten one yet. Another app that's really cool is called Map My Run, and I would use that for walking or running. And it just does a map of where you're, how much you went, how far you went, and it shows you on a little map, like the block that you traveled. So it's just something neat. My next one I would say is my kettlebells. It has been a long time since I've been able to enjoy them now. I really went hardcore with the kettlebells until the spring of this year, and then my back just totally went crazy, and I wasn't able to do them like I was. But that was a major reason on why I stayed toned, and I believe why I had a lot of good ab muscles and arm muscles were due to my kettlebells and the workouts I did with those. Of course, YouTube and Facebook would be the next. Without this community, with me being a self-pay patient, I wouldn't have known what surgery that I wanted that would have worked best for me. I know there's been a couple questions out there on Facebook on if I was happy with my surgery, and I am more than happy with my lap band. I believe with any of the surgeries we choose, there is a point of failure that can happen, and you can eat around probably whatever surgery you have. So I believe in the long run, the lap band's going to be the correct choice for me. If something, God forbid, were to happen to it, if I was able to revise to another surgery, I would probably go right to bypass, just due to the sugar issue. I'm a carbie, and I would love to be able to more or less have a reason, more or less a reason for me to not just dump, but where there would be some kind of consequence for me eating those kind of things. With the lap band, there's no barrier. You don't hit a soft stop. You don't get full off of carbs. They usually go right down. So, but I am very extremely happy with my lap band and the choice that I made, and I owe that to the YouTube community for all the people that did videos before me and helped me during, this whole journey. I have made so many wonderful friends, and the Back to Basics group was formed actually last year at this time. It was actually at the end of November, beginning of December. And that group has grown to such a huge family and a great network of people. So without YouTube and Facebook, I wouldn't know where I would be. And the last one I have written down in big letters is Back to Basics. Like I said, without that group and the relationships that I've formed in that group, I don't know if I ever would have made it to goal. It's just, accountability is a major part of this journey. And I love my family to death, but they're not going to sit there and say, oh, Mom, you shouldn't have that, or honey, you shouldn't have that. I'm sure they would if I told them to, but it's great to come on to a group of people that are honest and forthright with you in a positive way. So that is why I love you guys. So that's my quick Friday update on our topics for our top things that we used during our journey. Sorry I didn't do like a walkthrough. I wanted to, and I just ran out of time. But I wanted to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. With the holidays next week, there might be some ins and outs. I don't know if I have enough subs to fill in for the rest of the week due to people being out of town for holidays. So if you guys would like to sub, please let me know, and I will put you in for next week. Or if anybody would just like to be on the sub list, let us know. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great holiday. Bye.